Hello, I'm Terrence Affer Anderson, and this is Health Watch. So, were you a fan of fruits and vegetables when you were a child? Or did your parents find it a chore to make sure you had a healthy, well-rounded diet? As it happened, I love fruits and vegetables, still do. But with my hectic schedule, I tend to find it a challenge to eat anything but the frozen variety. I guess that's better than nothing, right? Yet, I'm certain that my guests today will plainly state the merits of fresh rather than frozen veggies. They certainly taste better. That's our topic today, fruits and veggies. More specifically, the Partnership for a Healthy America Fruits and Veggies Campaign, FNV. We're joined today by Cindy Mackey of Mackey Inc., who represents the local Partnership for a Healthy America initiative, and Bev Sell, General Manager of the Five Points Farm Market and Coordinator of the FNV Fruits and Veggies Mobile Market. Later, we'll be joined by Deirdre Love, Executive Director, Teams with a Purpose, TWP, and TWP members Amaku Tahimba and Jalik Jordan. Welcome to Health Watch.
Well, thank you.
Delighted to have you on board.
Thanks a lot.
Talking about one of my favorite topics here, fruits and veggies. Cindy, what can you tell us about the FNV brand, the Fruits and Veggies brand?
Well, FNV is now a brand. It's fruits and vegetables, but the whole goal of the brand is to increase consumption of fruits and vegetables with teens and millennials. The Partnership for a Healthier America selected Hampton Roads and Fresno, California as the two lead markets for this brand launch. And so it's our obligation to really be successful so that they can roll this out nationally, which is going to happen very soon. But we launched the brand at HarborFest last year. We had a container brought in that was fashioned as a mobile lounge. We had celebrities dropping by, a DJ playing music. We were handing out samples of fruits and vegetables and giving people all kinds of swag, which was FNV merchandise. And there was also incredible photo opportunities that you could upload to social media. But the whole purpose here is to kind of come up with a new marketing way of getting people involved with fruits and vegetables. And so they have a combination that they've taken from the best marketers in the world today and using mass media like television, radio, outdoor boards, social media, celebrities, and then disruptive marketing.
Okay, now tell me about disruptive marketing. By the way, I had swag many years ago. But tell me about disruptive marketing. You had mentioned that before. What is that? Can you give us an example?
You know, now it's really hard to cut through the clutter. So traditional marketing just doesn't work as well. You can't have a mom get up and just say, you need to eat your fruits and vegetables. You have to have Cam Newton say fruits and vegetables are cool. So we're taking fruits and vegetables and repositioning them in a whole new light now. A really important part of this campaign is the creative work. It was done by an ad agency, Victors and Spoils. They're award-winning, and you can tell that they really know how to talk to this target audience because everything is bright, it's in your face, the messages are very clear, but it's just a fabulous campaign. The real power of the campaign are the celebrities that are behind it. They have more than 50 celebrities who have endorsed FNV.
Now, some of those celebrities came to an event that was staged locally. By the way, for this area to be chosen as one of two test markets nationally is pretty incredible. But the event that you guys did was FNV Live, and it had a virtual galaxy of stellar celebrities. Tell us about that and some of the people. We're going to put some pictures up.
Okay, terrific. Well, the first one was Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama.
She is a co-chair with the Partnership for a Healthier America and is behind FNV. So once she agreed to come to Norfolk, we were able to recruit all of these celebrities to come along with her.
Right.
And so we created this event, FNV Live, on November 20th at the Ted Constant Center across the street from ODU. Mm-hmm. We invited 5,000 people from the community, and we worked with community organizations to distribute these free tickets so we could hand pick the kind of audience that we wanted to have. But the celebrities included Estelle, Ashanti, Jordan Sparks, Jessica Alba, Gabriella Union, some YouTube superstars, some other sports celebrities. So the afternoon was just music, celebrity challenges, and then very inspiring message by Michelle Obama.
And I like that that group selfie that they all took. That was
That
pretty
was
good.
fun. That was fun.
Now you mentioned an agency that handled the marketing for you, but there are other agencies that have partnered with the F&V campaign. What kind of organizations were they?
Well, the Partnership for Healthier America was able to gather support by sponsors. So these are corporations that are both national and international, and it's a very lengthy list, but it includes Avocados of Mexico, Bolton Farms, Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Produce Marketing Association, Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. It goes on and on and on, and I want everyone to go to fmv.com so they can see all of these corporations that have gotten behind this message, and they funded it, which is terrific, because what the partnership has done is taken their investment in this, and then with this celebrity star power has maximized that campaign to a value of 8 times the initial investment.
That's fantastic.
It is.
And it's going to be a national campaign that's launching when?
It'll be going out this year, in
This year.
2016.
So Bev, you're the fruits and veggies lady.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah.
Why are initiatives like FMV so important?
Well, because on any given day, there are 30% of America's children don't eat any vegetables, and 20% don't eat any of their fruits. So we're thinking that the reason for that is probably because there's a $2 billion that are being spent to encourage this target audience to eat other foods other than the foods that are healthier for you, and there's only 1/20th of that amount of money that's being spent to convince kids to eat better. And when F&V came to us back in June of last year and asked us if we would be partners with them, they were trying to convince us that the teen market was what we needed to do. I was trying to convince them 8, 9, and 10-year-olds would be better, but the teen market is the one that are starting to make their food buying decisions, and they're absolutely right. Because as Cindy said, they've got all this marketing genius behind them, so who am I to say? So we're targeting the teen market.
And you were an ideal person to approach because of the 5 Points Farm Market and what you were doing in the community anyway. I'd like for you to tell us about both the 5 Points Farm Market as well as the FMV mobile market.
Well, let's start with the F&V mobile market, because what we're trying to do with them is we're trying to take local and regional fruits and vegetables out to them, but we're also doing cooking demonstrations, and we've tried to come up with sort of clever ways to entice them to eat fruits and veggies. We've got a 20% discount both at the mobile markets and in our market. But we actually polled a couple of the teens at Teens with a Purpose and said, how can we get you to eat fruits and vegetables? And the response is a dollar menu. So we have developed a seasonal dollar menu. So when we take our mobile market out, we also have prepared foods that we offer them as well. So we've been pretty successful. Now they're coming to us and telling us that they have some favorites like the veggie pot pies and the curry veggie wraps, and we do soups. We do a fruit bar right now, and then when the weather turns a little bit warmer, we'll have our smoothies. We do a banana basil smoothie that's a favorite.
Did you say curry veggie wrap?
Yes, sir, I did.
Oh, boy. You
yeah.
shouldn't say that just before
Yeah, and
I've
for
eaten.
$1. And for $1, for $1. So, and this all ties in with who we are as the 5 Points Community Farm Market, where we have farm products as well as fruits and vegetables like milk and eggs and butter and things like that. But what a lot of people don't know is we're also a small business incubator for food producers.
No, I didn't know that.
See, there you go.
No.
That's worth a trip right now.
Yeah.
So there you go. So what we've done is we have spaces around the perimeter of our market that we lease out to small food producers. We have a couple of them coming on board right now. Town Center Cold Press Juice and Smoothies. We have Moroccan handcrafted food, which is amazing. And just opened this year is Pinch Spicery from spices all around the world, which is amazing. I always kid her, Bridget, about you can take the ordinary food and make it extraordinary with the right spices. And then we've just put in recently the Virginia Craft Beer Tap Bar, and it goes along with our Get Fresh Cafe. But the real thing that we're working towards is our community kitchen. We've taken a corner of the market, and we want to create a community kitchen so people in the community, if they want to can a product, if they want to develop a food product, they can have access by the hour, by the week, by the day, by the month, and they can have a certified health-approved kitchen in a space to do that in. And we're hoping to develop teen cooking classes and be able to provide all kinds of opportunities for small food producers.
I want to make sure that we give some contact information for the FMV campaign, and then I have one other question for you. Hope we can get it in time. How does someone reach the FMV campaign for more information?
The best way to go is to the website, fmv.com, and there you can connect with all the social media. But I also wanted to recognize one of our regional partners is Farm Fresh. And right now, they've taken 44 stores and done a complete produce takeover with FMV brand. And there's signage and messaging and celebrities asking you to put things in your cart. So that's just been a huge thing. But if you go on to the fmv.com, you can sign a pledge to participate, and then also connect through social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and receive messages from the celebrities and get updates on the campaign.
Okay, and very quickly, you run a program, the Teen Center program at Crossroads Community Center.
What we're doing is we're working with Healthy Norfolk, and we're pinpointing different communities and community centers, and Crossroads is one of those where we take the mobile market.
Yeah, I'm actually working with Rachel Bean from Healthy Norfolk on another project, an exercise program that includes
hand in
walking.
hand.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. You know, good eating and modest exercise is a good formula. You know, traditionally, I mentioned my schedule earlier. I hardly get an opportunity to eat lunch before I come, and I was able to do that today. I had a really small salad just so I would have something on my stomach. But man, I'm hungry all over again.
Well,
this Moroccan, what was this Moroccan thing?
Moroccan handcrafted food. She does amazing things with hummus, and she's got a lentil soup that will make you cry. I mean, it is so good. You just want to curl up. I mean, it's so good.
Man.
So.
I want to thank you both for coming on today. And we don't have that information on the screen, but how does someone get in touch with the farm market?
They can go to our website. You can actually Google just 5 Points Farm Market, and it'll pop up. But our actual address is the number 5 PTS Farm, FARM, MARK, market.org is the.
Well, again, ladies, thank you so very much for joining us. I'm going to go and have some fruits and veggies when this is all done.
Fresh, frozen, canned, or dried. We don't care.
And the frozen is okay.
Yep.
So that works as long as it's fruits and veggies. You know? But you know, the fresh, it tastes much better. Yeah, it really truly does. Again, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Guys, we're going to take a bit of a break now so that we can take a look at a very nice video that highlights the local fruits and vegetables campaign produced by our very own Chris Free of the Norfolk Neighborhood Network. Let's take a peek, and I'll see you on the other side.
Parents, beware. The likes of Colin Kaepernick, Steph Curry, Cam Newton, Jessica Alba, John Cena, Victor Cruz, Cindy Crawford, Nick Jonas, and tons of other celebrities are coming after your kids with a marketing machine, and you'll love it. Check out part of this ad.
I miss all of y'all. All y'all girls standing together like that. I can't take it.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Alba.
It's a good apple. Here's the deal. FNV, or Fruits and Veggies, is a brand created to increase fruit and vegetable consumption as well as sales in the Hampton Roads area. On August 26th, the FNV Mobile Market launched a collaboration between FNV and 5 Points Community Farm Market to bring produce to communities with limited access to fresh fruits and vegetables.
I think it's the beginning of a whole lot of collaborative efforts, because we had people from all over the state here, and we're talking about doing things like roundtable meetings and so forth, so that we can get to the bottom of this issue a lot quicker than what we're doing right now.
We really try to institute all of the best practices that we can to try and ensure that kids get the best nutritional food that they can get their hands on.
As part of the launch, Virginia First Lady Dorothy McCullough, in partnership with the YMCA of Southampton Roads, 5 Points Community Market, and Partnership for a Healthier America, have made it so easy for parents to purchase local and regionally grown farm fresh fruits and veggies.
What our children eat day in, day out, 3 times a day, and in between, is critical to their health, their success, their educational opportunity, and that's really what we're all here for.
The launch of the campaign at the YMCA on Granby showcased music, cooking demos, guest speakers, and you guessed it, lots and lots of produce.
I was taking therapy, and I came upon this recreation where they tell me, promoting good food for, the children better eating, and I'm with that 100%, because in my household, that's what we have, like fresh fruits. And I have with me right now is a smoothie, and this is a banana strawberry with basil. And I must tell you that I've had it before. It is delicious.
Smoothies here are good. Tastes good.
According to sources, Norfolk was chosen as a test site for the FNV campaign, along with Fresno, California. In the end, the campaign chaired by the First Lady Michelle Obama will hopefully bring new excitement and eating habits to Hampton Roads while attacking the issue of food deserts in the region.
We're planning to do 3 a week. And Mondays will be at the Vivian Mason Teen Center from 5 to 8, and the times may change. We'll be at community centers around the city on Wednesdays, and then on Saturdays we plan to be in the parks like Lakewood Park and some places like Berkeley and Lambert's Point, as well as back here at the Y. So we'll be at the Plot as well.
The state is really invested in making sure that fresh local produce, our wonderful Virginia produce, reaches as many Virginians as it possibly can. There it is, the mobile market is open, FNV, all right.
For Norfolk News Now, I'm Chris Free.
Welcome back. I have the great pleasure of introducing you now to Deidre Love, Executive Director of Teens with a Purpose, The Movement. A couple of very dynamic TWP members, one who I've known since she was quite a precocious and talented little girl. Also joining us now are Amaku Tahimba and Jalik Jordan. Welcome to Health Watch, guys.
Thanks for having me.
I can't wait to talk to you. I'm anxious to talk to you. And we have only 10 minutes. I want to get a whole lot in. Did you know that TWP is a group that I hold really very dear? Tell us about TWP and how folks can reach you.
Teens with a Purpose, TWP, is a creative youth development organization that's peer-led. So we use peer-to-peer influence plus the arts for young people to influence one another about everyday issues that they face, health and social issues. And we have a website, twpthemovement.org, that you can reach us and find out more about the organization.
Amaku Tahimba.
Hi.
We go back many, many years. And by the way, today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
I'm not going to say how old you are because I don't want us to be deluged by phone calls. But the first time we worked together, you were in a production of The Outliers. I'm not sure if you know this, but that production that we did at the Addicts Theater was videotaped by our executive producer of Health Watch, Brett Hillett, and it was broadcast on TV.
I did not know it was broadcast on TV. That's really cool.
Yeah, so you were on TV.
Oh God, no.
Like you on TV now.
No.
All right, so let's move on. Why did you become a member of TWP, and how long have you been a member?
I've been a member since November 30th of 2015. I became a member because I had just moved back to Virginia, and I wanted to get involved in the community like I was when I was younger. So they had poetry, they do acting, they do so many different creative things, and I just wanted to show my creativity. So
have you done any acting since you've been back?
Wow, not since I've been back here.
We're gonna have to fix that.
Yes, we are.
That's all I'm saying. All right. Jalik, what attracted you to TWP?
Well, about 2 years ago, I really wasn't doing anything with my spare time. So my brother, Malik, he was already a member of Teens with a Purpose. So he kind of like brought me into the organization. And I really liked the vibe that everybody sent to me. So it turned in from just coming a couple days a week to coming pretty much all the time.
Well, you know, I like you already. You use the word vibe. That's something that's old school, you know. So that makes me feel really comfortable. How has TWP changed your lives?
For me, TWP has changed my life by me thinking before I do things. Like we have workshops that teach us about how life is, how it starts, and how you decide where you're going to go in your life. And so by them teaching us that and saying that we're in control, it helps me know that I am in control of my life and where I do go in my life. So that's how they teach me. So,
okay. Yeah. Angelique?
Well, TAP, Teens with a Purpose, it kind of gives me a safe haven. Like when I wake up in the morning, that's what kind of drives me to get through the day. Like that I know I'm going to go to the teen center when I leave school. So that's for much.
Boy, that's quite a testimony. TWP is appropriately called the movement. I want to talk about the community garden, and we have a video that we're going to show, but if you could set that up for us by telling a little bit about the genesis of the community garden, how that came into being.
Not the way you would think a garden would come into existence. We were actually, because our program is free, we wanted to feed the teens all the time, and we were buying fast food, which was what we thought was available and that we could afford. And I had an experience that opened my eyes that there are other things. We started doing salads and little things, and we had parking lot islands in the back. And we thought if we can get some help, we'd build raised garden beds. And then the gardens grew, the teens ran it. And in the summer, we were looking at eggplants and zucchini and like, okay, how are we gonna get them to eat it? And we started grilling, and it was really organic. And so the leaders and the peer leaders and the campers, we all had this shared experience of experimenting with vegetables, and the teens just took it from there and created programs, peer-led programs around the garden.
You know, that's what I find so exciting and dynamic about Teens with a Purpose. The teens actually plan and implement things, and I mean, when you get the stakeholders intimately involved like that, I mean, there's a great promise of success. Let's take a look at the video now.
Okay.
So our garden is called Garden of Amity, and we grow like different types of fruits and vegetables.
It symbolizes life. Like you start life when you plant a seed, metaphorically speaking, as like a talent. You keep watering it, you keep working at it, working at it, working at it, working at it, working at it. Then sooner or later, it's gonna sprout and spread something beautiful. Like growing up, I never got to actually work in a garden. It feels kind of good to like start doing that.
I feel like working in the garden, we do it because we want to help the community. So I feel like personally, I'm helping get like healthy food out there and helping the teens in the community. If we don't eat healthy like right now, it will affect our life.
It helps you keep your weight down. It helps you get a better mindset. We do it to get people interested in eating healthy, try something new every now and then.
But I also feel like once again we're trying to get out that message for healthy eating.
Mama D, she's very into like healthy eating, exercising. So I guess she just kind of built it into what the Teens with a Purpose is about. There's a bunch of different things in the garden. We have a whole bunch of different wildflowers, basil,
peppers. I think we have peppers, tomatoes. I'm pretty sure we're growing some thyme and some mint. Maybe lemongrass. We have lemongrass.
Anything else you want to say about the garden?
It's dope. It's real dope. And yeah, it is good too.
It's amazing to me when I look at that video how much you look like your brother, man. That's pretty incredible. What was it like working on that community garden?
Well, this summer I was a junior counselor, so we really it's at our camp this. It was at our camp this summer. So we worked with the campers, and we would like treat the garden such as if it was your life. Like you want to water it with positivity and put all those nutrients such as people in your life, the good people that try to push you, and weeds, like you want to take out all the negativity and all the people who try to hold you back. And watching was pretty much like watch out to make sure those weeds don't grow back.
So nurturing the garden was like a metaphor for nurturing positive relationships in your life.
Right.
Well, you guys continue to impress me, Miss Love. Yeah. Tell me about the relationship, and we only have a little bit of time left. Why is initiatives like FNV so important?
Because it's sort of like the way we go at Teens with a Purpose. The peer influence, it's cool to be helpful, it's cool to be an activist, it's cool to do positive things. And with FNV, it's showing that, you know, fruits and vegetables are really okay. Like, our teens are eating things they never ate before from the dollar menu, and the influence that it has is it's natural. It's not forced upon anybody. It's just something that's right in front of you all the time. But now young people are just getting into it, like sneakers and anything else. They're into it now.
That's so true, though.
There's nothing like watching a plant grow, but when you can watch a plant grow and then eat it, that's a real experience. What was very quickly the experience for you working with FNV?
Working with FNV for me has been an amazing experience. I used to hate squash, but then they put it in one of these soups and a wrap, and I didn't know it was even in it, and when I tried it, I was like, oh, I want another one. It was delicious. And like I said, I used to hate squash, but they make it look good and it tastes even better. So yeah.
To show you how great this is, there's a commercial for something completely unhealthy. I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this, but bet you can't eat just one. That's not talking about a vegetable, but I guess that was appropriate for the squash with you. Guys, I want to thank you so very much for coming on and talking about TWP and talking about your relationship with the FNV campaign. The ladies pointed out earlier that there's $2 billion that is targeting teenagers with unhealthy foods, and only 1/20th of that targets kids with getting nutritional eating and so forth. So what you are doing is very important. I ask that you continue to do that. You please continue to do what you're doing with TWP. And I'm going to get you on stage.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
And as always, I want to thank you for joining us for this edition of Health Watch. Remember, you can always watch previous editions of Health Watch online at www.norfolk.gov/HealthWatch. If you'd like to drop me a line, you can email me at terrence.afra-anderson@vdh.virginia.gov. Of course, you can always call me at 757-683-8836. That's 757-683-8836. For the Norfolk Department of Public Health, I'm Terrence Afra-Anderson, and this has been Health Watch.